So let me show you one of my new favorite embroidery stitches. I've been incorporating embroidery into my quilts and really love the results, and I think you will too. So I have what I want to embroider, a quilt block, my Best in Show quilt block. In my hoop, I have my needle minder, and some floss. Be sure to check out the blog post for my recommendations on specific products. So what I've been using is a split stitch to embroider, and I'll show you how I do this. It's pretty easy. I'm going to start with my needle from the back. And what I want to do, you can see I've already outlined what I traced, what I want to embroider. And again, more information about that in the blog post. So I am going to outline this letter Y right here. I'm going to start with my needle from the back, right at the point. I find that's a good place to start, and bring my needle up. I have 6 strands of embroidery floss here. I'm going to turn it over. I don't like to knot my embroidery floss. I find that it makes it a little bit bulky and knot. So I'm going to actually weave in my thread end, my floss end. So I'm going to just leave a couple of inches there. I typically just keep my finger on it to keep myself from pulling the thread through. And then I'm going to go up probably, I like really small stitches. You can do them longer. I'm going to go up about maybe like 1/4 of an inch and insert my needle. Pull, and again, I'm going to I want it to lay flat. That's just a loose thread. I'll get out of the way. I want it to lay flat, but I don't want to tug too much. I don't want to start bunching the fabric. And then I'm going to simply go forward about 1/4 of an inch, bring my needle up from the back. At this point, what I like to do, and this makes it a little bit slower, but I think the results are well worth it. I'm going to start just kind of weaving this tail end through. And that way it'll be nice and secure, but I won't have a knot that'll add bulk. And I'm going to continue to do that for a few more stitches. Okay. So now to complete one split stitch, I'm going to insert my needle halfway through between this stitch, and I'm going to go right in between the stitch to kind of evenly distribute it. So I'm halfway down between the stitch and halfway side to side through the strands of floss, and insert my needle and then pull. And essentially I'm just going to repeat that stitch. I'm going to bring my needle up about 1/4 of an inch, maybe it's 1/8 of an inch. Again, the stitch length is up to you. You can do longer stitches. I like short stitches. I'm going to bring that up. Because I still have that tail thread to deal with, to kind of weave in, I'm going to again just make sure that it's kind of nice and secure through that loop. Eventually I'll just kind of trim it, but I like to have it secure. I find again I don't really need a knot if I'm weaving in that tail end. And now I'm going to come back down through my last stitch, sort of a back stitch, halfway down through that stitch and side to side. And I'm just going to continue around. If you're going around curves, you'll definitely want to do a shorter stitch. That will make sure that your stitches are nice and smooth around a curve, the shorter the stitch. Go down. I just realized I forgot to weave in my last stitch. That's okay, I'll pick it up again. And I'll bring this up. And come down. This one is a little bit tricky because I have that bend. I'll kind of just skip that and just go right in or a little bit past where my needle came up at the last point. Look at the back. And again, I want to turn it over and weave in. So you need to put your embroidery down. You use both hands to do this. I'll kind of just weave in that tail end. And again, you can see it gives sort of a slightly thick embroidery, a little thicker because I have that extra weaved in, but there's no knot to add extra bulk. If you do want a knot, it's not a big deal. I know plenty of embroiderers who add the knot. It's just a personal preference. And then you'll just continue along. And I'll probably weave it in one more stitch. And then I'll trim it. Okay, so that I think is plenty secure, that tail end. I'll then take my scissors and snip pretty close. And that way I don't have any loose threads that might show through my fabric, but that knot, that end is really nice and secure. And then I'll just continue along, and things will go a little bit faster since I don't have to worry about weaving that in anymore. And I'll just continue along. This is a pretty short side, so again, this is where doing shorter stitches really helps you have more control over that. And I would just continue all around that shape.